Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Does not seem to be working. Oh wait. Oh wait. It is working. Hey, CBN Sandwich. How's it going? Can you hear me okay? How's the audio? I have not streamed in like 4 months, and I think before that it was a lot longer. So this could be very broken right now. It doesn't look like it's live on... Oh, no, it's live. It's showing live. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. Yeah, it's live. It's live on YouTube. See if it's live on Twitter. Audio's fine. I'm going to be working on Reactotron. Actually, I'm already working on Reactotron. Which, if you're not familiar with that, don't worry. I will explain in a second. Yeah, okay. It looks like it's live on Twitter as well. You've used Reactotron? What do you think of it? We just launched Reactotron 3 today, and I am hacking on that. Let's see if this works here. Oh yeah, I had to work on mobile in over 2 years. That makes sense. How broken is this? Oh, I'm supposed to move this off. Wait, why does it say live launching my new YouTube channel? Did I screw up? No. No, this looks right. Refreshing chat. Nope, it's good now. Awesome. Okay. You can see what's on my screen. Good. You can hear me. Good. Looks like it's my whole screen too, so that's cool. Except for down in the bottom part. All right, yeah, we're working. Okay, so Reactotron. This is Reactotron. And I am currently working on this. However, let's see, which one is this? This is the 2.8. This is the old one. However, I am actually currently working on a little feature. There's a little issue where I'm gonna log into GitHub. There's a little issue where if there's already a WebSocket connection on port 9090, which is our default port, it will just fail. It'll just like silently fail. Hey, what's up, Justice? Hey, DM Mulroy. Good evening to you. Yeah, MobX state tree, not requiring MobX state tree, not mad on Ignite. Yeah, but until you see what I'm dealing with here, because Reactotron does not use MobX state tree, and instead I got to deal with this crap, this dispatch stuff, because we are using we're using somewhere way up here. Right here. We're using a user reducer. Oh, just a second here. I gotta log in on GitHub. Because I use a different I use a different browser for when I'm streaming. For probably obvious reasons. Okay, Reactotron. So right here, there's a problem. This is 1334. Reactotron fails silently when port 99 is already in use. It's not Redux, it's just use reducer. Hey Elliot, don't let me derail the session, but I'm just learning that there are alternatives to Flipper. What's the pitch for Reactotron? So, yeah. Reactotron, okay, that's a good question, Elliot. So Reactotron, Flipper is more on the native side. Reactotron is more on the JavaScript side. So we're not like remote Chrome JS debugger, which is, by the way, deprecated on React Native. What we do is we set up a little WebSocket client, like a little JavaScript library. It's called Reactotron React Native or Reactotron React in your app. And then we set up a server, which is what I'm working on today, which is generally run in, it's usually run in Reactotron itself. I'm just gonna, well, I have to do a little more setup here, but and so then what we do is we report events back. So it's got like a timeline. You can see that here. You've got like a timeline. You can see API posts and responses. I can click into these. I don't have it running right now. Hey, what's up, Brer? But you can see subscriptions. You can go to your state. So if you have Redux or MobX state tree, you can go to state and like look at your, inspect your state tree and stuff like that. I'll just show some of that stuff here very shortly. I need to do a little bit of setup here first. So npx ignite CLI latest, and then we're gonna call this app something that starts with an R for Reactotron. No, that'll actually make me. This is just like a test app, but I always like to give it something. You know, you can see on the screen it says Pizza App 9, but no, I want something more like clever. So we're gonna make a spaceship. So new spaceship. Okay. Com.spaceship, sure. And we're gonna just do Expo Go. This works with Expo Go. So instead of Flipper like hooking into your native code, Reactotron is all in the JavaScript layer, and it makes it a lot. It's like super lightweight, super easy, and it's like just a nice companion to have when you're building React and React Native apps. In the process of moving from Redux and Contacts to Zestand, what made you decide to do Zestand? I'm really curious why you would choose Zestand of all things. Because the same dude who made Zestand also made Valtio, which is better. Curried function that wraps dispatch to help clean it up. Yeah. That's not a bad idea. Hey, Truly Tribal. Remove demo code. No, we're going to leave it in. And we're going to use Bun, of course. We will install dependencies because we're using Bun, so it'll be really fast. Nice ASCII art there. So we're going to spin up an Ignite app, but that's really all we're going to be doing with it is like running it. Spaceship. So yarn, or not yarn, bun run start. Okay, so this is an Expo app. I'm just gonna hit I to load up in Expo Go. It will install that. In the meantime, all right, yeah. So I had a Reactotron 2.8.1 and a Reactotron 3, which was just released today, instance. Simpler than Redux, supports slices, lives outside the React component tree. It is simpler than Redux. I've not looked at Valtio. See, this is the problem. This is the problem. You all like jump right to Zustand without looking at these other alternatives. This would be definitely be useful. Sometimes I just need a quick view into network requests or whatever, and getting Flipper working can be a lot of overhead. Exactly. Exactly. Like, you don't need Flipper for that. Plus, by the way, Flipper is going away. Not going away, but it's not going to be included by default. It's still going to be fine, but it's... The problem with Flipper was always... Meta had like a team of... it was a very small team. It was like 2 people. Don't quote me on that. And they were focused on the native side of it. And so when React Native was sort of like offloading all their debugging, just saying like, hey, you all take care of our debugging, didn't work very well. There is a new debugger coming. It's called the React Native JS Inspector, but that is a ways out from landing. And even when that lands, there's still going to be a place for Reactotron. Okay, so I'm just loading up Ignite. Ignite, you know, it's just the boilerplate app that we put out. It's awesome. There's a new version of that, by the way. Okay, so we have this. I sign in. Let's hit let's go. If I go to the debug screen and scroll down, there's a send a Reactotron button. Very cool. Now, if I just start a node server here, this is literally just a node script running in my terminal that uses WS, which is WebSockets. And if I come over here and hit send a Reactotron, or actually if I refresh, you'll see all the stuff like land. All these things, you know, land right here. And then if I say send a Reactotron, it's trying to send, but this isn't Reactotron. This is literally just a WebSocket running in the same spot. And so it's receiving all these things and being like, I don't know what to do with this. I'm just going to output it. That's because that's literally the whole app is just output what I get. Okay. So it's not returning anything to my app, but this is just an example of like what's going on under the hood there. Flipper's too heavy. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Warren? One of my devs wanted to use Jotai and another Zustand. Didn't have a lot of time to make a choice, so went with Zustand. Fair enough. Fair enough. Next time, talk to me. Zustand's fine, but I don't get why people use Zustand compared to like Valtio. Valtio's better, and then if once you do Valtio, then you'll be like, well, maybe these observables are pretty cool. But we are not going to be in that world. We're going to be in literally just React context world. So, or sorry, use reducer world. So this is just the React use reducer straight from React. Let's see up here. Make this a little bigger. All right. Okay, so I've done a few things already. I cheated a little bit and I was doing some stuff before I started. Wait, what's all this? Oh no. What's this? Oh, okay. It was just momentary issues. All right. So I created a new file. I'll show you that in a second. What I want to do is show a port in use when it's already in use. So right now, if I run servertest.ts, this actually now it returns something back from the Reactotron server. Hey, what's up, Juan? Hey, where are you all hailing from? Let me know, like, country, state, whatever you want to put in there. I always like seeing that. So really, this is all I've done. I've just added a port in use. I have this server status, which is stopped, port in use, or started, so that we can show some things. Miami, sweet. an action type of port in use. And then, let's see. These are just prettier changes here, it looks like. And then I added, this case statement here for port in use. It just changes the server status to port in use. I'm going to need to add another action, which is connected, so that it changes from port in use to something else. But we got Arizona, nice. Medellin, Colombia. Medellin, how do you say that? I don't know. But anyway, Colombia, welcome. And Arlington, Texas. Did you know there's an Arlington in every state? Or something like that. I think there's an Arlington in every state. So you start off with the server status of stopped, because this server, again, it's taking requests from your app and handling them. The other thing I want to do, can I just say start? Does this work? I haven't tried it yet. Yeah, okay, it did load. It's not going to show anything here precisely because this was already running, and that's the whole bug. It doesn't show anything when. So now when I do this, and then refresh, you'll see that I'm getting responses here on the timeline. I have a connection, iOS 17.0.1. That's this over here, right? 17. And so we have a connection, and it's on port 9090, and everything seems to be working. If I go down here and send a Reactotron, it actually sends this information. Host.exponent expo go is the name of the app, supposedly, things like that. So this is Reactotron, but again, the problem that I'm having is that if I start a different website, okay, yeah, see this just says e address in use, so it won't work. So if I kill Reactotron and clear this and try it again, now it's running, right? But if I start Reactotron, it's going to pop up as if it's going to work, right? But no activity, and if I refresh, nothing shows up here. It's all getting intercepted over here. What I want it to do is say, hey, we couldn't start the server. Click this button to try again. That's what I want. Let me see if I can, 1 second here. Where's my, okay. That's better. So I want to put a button here. It should probably look something like these. Or actually this button right here, the check out the docs here. So I want that button to show up. I want it to look kind of like this. So let's key off of this server status, and so state comes through, and where's state? State is up here, so we should have server status, and this is the use standalone. Okay. So I can do server status here. I can grab the server status as one of the properties that we're getting. And Yeah, I did add this on port in use. Then it will update the state to have the server status. So I actually did not build this. I don't work on Reactotron very often. This is pretty rare, so where is server status being used? Well, where's connections being used? Standalone context provider. Okay, maybe we need it here. Context server status should be stopped. What's the context? Man, there's so many places. Okay, and then this should really be pulled out somewhere. Why do you say 2 Holmgren streaming at the same time, Jesse? Oh, is my bro streaming right now? Dead slap? Well, I'm more interesting. He's probably playing a game. Okay, so we have this context. We're passing it through. Why is this port in use? Oh, what did I didn't do this right. See, this is why this should be 1 out of 1 spot. Where are we getting the types? It looks like it just comes directly from this. So let's grab this here. Server status like so. Export type server status should be stopped. Starting? Started. I don't know. I had stopped, port in use, and started. I think that's okay for now. Okay, so server status, we're going to pull that out of connection here. And then instead of this, we'll just do server status. So now it's the same thing. Okay. Much better. Much better. He's coding in Godot. For once, he's actually doing something useful. That's good. Okay. So we have the port in use now. Or the server status. Brotherly love. Let's see here. Server status. So we're passing that through again. And then in the Reactotron brain, we have some different things happening. And then we have children. Okay, and then we are currently in standalone providers. So let's see where standalone provider is being used. That's in the layout provider. Or no, root context provider. Man, I hate these providers. I can't stand providers. So annoying. This is the type of thing that... This is all to work around not using MobX. That's why. That's the whole reason. Okay. Root context provider. We have our routes and our paths. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. So the timeline is this. Do I like MobX? I really like MobX. Well, I'm one of the maintainers of MobX State Tree, actually. That's mostly what we use at Infinite Red. We use Redux, RTK, Apollo. I don't know, just use state, things like that too. There's a new one called Legend State that's a lot like MobX. Yeah, hence why we're moving. Okay. I want this to be in, well, okay. Where should it show up? Okay, so I'm not a UI guy. You got to help me here, chat. You got to help me. This probably is where we need to show it in the timeline. We probably should also put something here, or we should, oh, there's connections, timeline. Yeah. I don't know. This screen, it kind of bugs me though, because it's kind of useless when you first start, but I think it needs to go in the timeline. So let's look for once your app connects and starts sending events. Okay, here we go. So this is empty state, but we should also check. We should also check if the port is in use, right? So filtered commands. Okay, I see. I think they're called commands for some reason here. Timeline command resolver. So this is the timeline container. And this is the header. Could put it in the header. I don't think that makes sense though. I think it needs to be here. You're asking a Vim guy to help you with UI. So the socket gets started after the fact, yeah. It gets started as soon as you launch Reactotron. But if it fails, I want to show something there with a button to try again. Different icon and red text. Instead of no activity, it should be like, couldn't start the server. Correct. What do I call you? CBN sandwich. Just CBN sandwich? Yeah. Notification badge. I don't think we have any UI elements like that. I agree. Global makes more sense. Shouldn't have to go to that panel specifically to see it. That's fair. Down here kind of makes sense. But would you miss it if it's at the bottom? It definitely shouldn't be saying like port 9090, 0 connections, device waiting for connection, because it's not waiting for connection. What's up? Not only Dan's. Sergey? Cuban sandwich. Kane. Did I say hi to you, Kane? I don't think I did. One, what about a green connected above icon above the help icon? Which, when disconnected, red, disconnected icon with a connect. That's not a bad idea. That's a cool idea. You think you'd miss it? That's cool. That's a cool idea on the side there. Well, let's play around with some. Let's play around with some ideas here. Okay, so we don't want this one. Where do I find that help screen anyway? How do I? Okay, build help menu. Okay, I think that's if you click help. Whoa. Okay, that's cool. Oh, these are tabs. All of them are tabs. I could dim the whole thing, but that might be annoying if you're okay with it, the server not running, right? Above the help icon, yeah, you're retry screen with no navigation. Yeah, that I was wondering about that, Warren. You didn't get a notification, Frank? Well, to be fair, it's like almost midnight your time. Okay, like an auth stack, yeah. I don't know why I'm like really not sure on this thing, but I'm not. I'm not sure. Oh, this is the top menu. This is the top menu. That's this. That's this. The visit on GitHub. It's like the Electron thing. So that's what that is. Okay, so help tab. Open help tab. Clear timeline. These are, I think... No? Oh, key bindings. Okay, that's what that is. And then what's this here? Sidebar button, help, hide top bar. Okay. So let's put something in here and let's see. And stateless. Why does this say stateless? Why is this called stateless? Sidebar. I don't know why that's called stateless. That doesn't make sense to me. But does that mean we don't have state? We need the state for sure. I could grab it from this because I think it's the standalone context that has everything. Server status is there. Yeah, we do have that in the standalone context. It's just weird that that's called stateless. It's wrapped in a guard component. Keep it solely dependent on the props. I guess so. I ran into this. Why is it called stateless in the Apollo client branch when adding to the sidebar? Can we just rename that? I don't understand that. It doesn't make sense to me. Oh, we have lots of them. This is like all of my least favorite things combined. I'm renaming this. What good is being CTO if you can't rename files? Okay, so let's rename this to sidebar. Right? Like, can't we just do that? Sidebar stateless? I don't get that. Why? Oh, this one's already sidebar. See, what a joke. Index.tsx. Oh, I bet it's probably for testing. And for this. No, it's grabbing it from sidebar. So it's already assuming you're going to have a context around it. Stateless functional components. Yeah, exactly. This is like old school stuff. I'll leave it sidebar stateless. I'll leave this stuff alone. I'm not going to touch it. However, we need to know server status, right? Wait, why can't I do this? Doesn't exist on... Oh, not on layout context. Const server status standalone context. Now I need to bring that in. Wait. Oh, is standalone... Standalone isn't being exported? How do I get this? Move it. Yeah, I know. Exactly. I was just wondering if it was being... like tested? No, this is the only place that that's being used. Yeah, it's literally, we could just do that. So is sidebar open could... Okay, I'm not going to do that right now. But is there a hook for it? Good question. I think it's like connections. So like there's a use context, standalone context, which comes from contexts standalone. So this looks right. Can I do this? Oh, good. Okay. We were able to do it. It was just imported from the wrong const. Server status there. Okay, good. Now I can go server status equals server status, and then I need to mess with that. 1 second here. I need to figure out how to mute myself on the mic. How do you do that? Okay, I need to say goodnight to my daughter. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Oh, I don't have a project thing. Yeah, I'm working on Reactotron right now. Use standalone, that would be nice. But this will work for now. Okay, so server status needs to go in sidebar stateless. We'll go server status. Let's see what it's trying to do. Server status. See, this... I guess that works. Okay, cool. Oh, and I messed that up. So now we have server status. Good. All right, we're making progress now. So let's see. Stopped. Or no, let's say let's do the port in use. Okay, I don't know if that'll work. So I am getting the address already in use in the developer tools here. It's an uncaught error. But it is not showing up here. Well, first off, let's see if it shows up at all. Hey, port in use is right there. Good. So we do know that that's there. Let's output the server status actually and see what shows up. So currently it shows stopped. And of course we're going to need a different icon. See ya, Jesse. Family tractors, Reactotron, that's the order of importance. I had my tractor out a few days ago working on my septic system. Okay, so we're making progress. We have this showing up. We're not getting data there though because stop. Well, we're getting stopped, but it's not updating. I think. Wait, what's up? Sidebar. Oh yeah. No, server status equals started. I'll just like hard code that. Okay. So, and I don't actually want this to be a path. That's the problem here. This sidebar button needs to do something different, but we won't worry about that just yet. We need to figure out why the server status is not updating. Okay. What if it's closed? There's an is open. Which, how do you even close that? I don't even know if there's a way. Is it if it gets too small? Nope. It's not that. It's not in the view or window. Okay, well, we'll leave it. Okay, so how do I trace this through? We have server status there. It's coming from the context. We're actually getting it. It's just not updating. Okay. Is there a... Yeah, server status here. Server status there. Port in state. Port in use, I mean. And it returns... This is using Immer, I'm pretty sure. Yep, it's using Immer. Red, yellow, green dot instead of an icon? I agree. Or like a big red X. So, port in use. I'm curious. So we dispatch port in use. When we get port in use, I need to make sure that that's actually showing up. So console.error port in use. Okay, let's try restarting. I didn't see port in use here. It might not have come through, and it looks like it's an uncaught error here. Wait a minute here. Do I need to rebuild? Oh. Argument of type port in use is not assignable to type key of server event map. Reactotron core server 158. Ah, okay. The emitter is a in server map. And this, oh yeah. So I need a server event dot port. Okay, I need to go to server event first. Port is already in use. Read only port in use. Okay. And then port in use payload. I already did this somewhere. I know I did this somewhere. Did I? Oh, this is server events.d.ts. So that didn't, this is the wrong file. But I'm pretty sure that I did this somewhere. So I don't want the DTS file. That doesn't make sense. Server events. I feel like I already did this. I don't know why it's... Okay, that's all right. So first, server event. Okay, port in use. And then we'll do that as well. The port in use payload will just be any, again, like all the rest of these. Does that work? Or did I miss something? So I think this was my issue. That's why that wasn't working. Takes a little while. Okay, in the meantime, wait, what's going on up here? Oh, that's because that's in the middle of rebuilding. Okay, then start. Just to restart there, and we have stopped. I'm going to kill this. See if it changes to started. Still says stopped. Even though I'm pretty sure it started. Refresh. Yeah. So it has started. It just hasn't updated from stopped. Okay, I don't think I actually have a started event. But the problem is I'm not getting... I'm going to do the started event later. I'm going to start my blocking server listening on that port. And now when I run this, it's not going to work. Because like when I refresh, it won't load, it won't work. Yes. And when I go here, it still says address already in use. So, okay. So, something weird here. Okay, so right here. Okay. Where's my... So there's a try catch, and then if the code is address in use, then emit this. It might not be that. What is e.code? Because this is where it's supposed to like say, hey, something's going on, here's a problem. and then go and like, okay, so it's just throwing. Maybe I can do something like, okay, so console.log, Jamon, here is the error, and then I'll throw the error. And I'll also just error, just in case I need both. All right, so let's do a build again, I guess. Wish I could just run it like bun. If I see this show up, then that means it's not registering this code. It's not even safe. It's not even. How do I know that this is working? Yeah, this is making it in there. So we have it in the build, or in the bundle. Wouldn't be throwing, is it? Well, it is throwing, but... It is throwing like it's supposed to, but the question I have is... I mean, it's throwing. You can see that right here. Okay. I'm gonna comment that out. Node events looks weird. Yeah. That's because it's a, like a, oh. All right. Okay, look. I'm gonna do, because I know this is running. So let's just do that, and it should like, I should get like an undefined error. One-handed with the baby. Yeah. I know what that's like. Not for the last 10 years, but I know what it's like. Yeah, good. Okay, right here. So I don't know if you can see this, but this is what I'm looking for. WSS.on is not a function. That's what I was looking for. I wanted a different error. I got a different error. That means that we are working in the right file. So me doing this works. Okay, good. Now, why is this try catch not working? And I'm really curious, like, console.log port in use. And I'm going to put Jamon here. And I'm going to do an error as well. So this shows up. Okay, so let's rebuild. Oops. Neither of those are working. I feel like the errors are getting swallowed here. All right, what I'm going to do, throw new error, Jamon, port in use. And I have a theory. Throw new error. And then here's the error. Okay. I have a theory. Kind of. Kind of, Warren. Kind of. So what I'm trying to do here is I need to be able to... So I think if you throw an error in Electron in the... Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting this. Address already in use. I'm throwing right here. Throw new error. Okay. I'm just throwing right there. That's not being thrown caught in your code, but it's inside the events library. It's possible there's a promise in the way. That's a possibility. But my idea is maybe Electron's doing something funky to catch server-side errors and put them into your client-side thread. And that's why it's node events. Yeah, okay, so I'm getting this. That shows up. Good. I'm going to put 2 here. And it should show... Actually, I'm going to say in else. And let's see which of those 2 show up. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be the one that's in the else. This one's going to get thrown. Not this one. If I'm wrong about that, that's fine. Yeah, in else. Okay, there we go. For some reason it's thrown twice. Okay, so I know if an error is thrown, it should get caught here. Problem is I'm catching it. And then it's still... Yeah, I don't know. Let's see what this does. So what I did here was instead of throwing E, I'm throwing new error. And I just want to see this unknown error and else show up. I got rid of that one up there. Nope. So it could be some sort of an async promise thing. Like you were saying. Cuban sandwich. So it's not getting caught. So if I just wrap that, try it again. What else could it be? Yeah, it's not catching it at all. So WebSocket server. What is this file? Yeah, it's just in WS. So this line 95, the server listen, is the thing that's falling apart, and it's in the constructor. which should work. I mean, this, like, I have it surrounded in a try catch. What is happening to make this thing uncaught error? All right. Wait, what? It emits one, but it doesn't throw? Are you sure? It's an error. Oh. Wait, no. No, it couldn't. Really? Here's the thing. Okay. I mentioned at the very beginning that we have this server test here. And I have this port in use. This on port in use server thing. Which is the same create server. Which should be the same. No. Yes. On port in use. Wait, what's this? Unused? There's no issue there? Well, okay then. Oh, I see why. Just need to restart my TS server. Okay. On port in use, it goes to port in use, which it dispatches port in use. It's always a pain to find where the stuff is being. Okay, and then it console error port in use. So if I were to do like bun run server test, it says port 9090 already in use, and if server failed, start. It doesn't throw an error and then die. I'm going to try node server test dot. Oh, it's TypeScript. It's not going to work. Do I have TS node? I don't have TS node. I don't care. Bun. Bun works. You can see that it works. It's a different runtime. Server on error. Let me see. Well, it wouldn't be on this one. So we can't even do server on error because it's happening on this line right here. It's happening in the constructor. So to do that, I'd have to go this WebSocket server dot on error, right? Something like this. But I don't think that's... Found a bunch of Stack Overflow posts with the same issue. Ooh. That's interesting. Ah, hey. What the heck? You were right. You were right. What is error anyway? Why doesn't it like... Doesn't error have a code? Let's try this. I didn't believe you. So maybe there might be like a what'd I do? What'd I do? Code does not exist on type error. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, eventually it has to throw in order to show up in the console, right? I mean, I can say this emitter emit port in use, but that is assuming that the error is a port in use error, not some other error. Pre-promises, yeah. So it's using like an event system instead. But eventually it gets thrown. Like on error gets thrown. Because otherwise it wouldn't show up in the console. Oh, hey, hey, hey. Do you see what I see? So the question that I have right now is how do we detect that this is the right error? There's an error message dot includes, maybe? Let's try that. Else console dot error, I guess. Yeah, exactly. A fallback. Exactly. Yeah, you're right. The event should include the code. What is port? Oh, okay. There's actually no way to change that. Currently, it does say port in use now. And it says port in use here. Okay. Now, I'm going to try it without this one in the way. I mean, if I have to do that includes, I'm fine with that. And it should not show an issue. Or it should not show... It should show... Well, it should show running. It's not going to show running, though. Show stopped, because we don't have a running event. So we need to build that. Let's do the running event. And then we'll come back and actually make them look cool. So, I guess. Again, this thing needs to restart the TS server. Looks like I have to do that just about every time. Okay. Now I need to... Wait, what's start payload here? Server event.start. Okay, this is in the DTS though. Okay. Okay. This is not what I meant. Server connection established. I don't remember where to do this stuff. I'm like, if you were to, so Mark elsewhere says, if you were to start Reactotron from the ground up now, would you consider React Native Mac OS? Yes, and also there may already be work happening to that effect. Okay. One of the interesting things about React Native Mac OS is that it doesn't come with Node access. So you can shell out to Node, but it doesn't have Node in it, right? It's just a Mac app. It does have a JavaScript engine in it, but it's not a Node. It's not V8. It's like Hermes, right? So, but there's a library included with React Native Mac OS that has a web socket implementation, and so we're having to kind of rebuild this same file that I'm working in for a different WebSocket implementation. Okay, so we're emitting these things. Server event map. The emitter. This is on. Server event key. There's a start, stop. Port in use. There's a connect. So I guess when there's a connect event, shoot. Don't want .yarn. Nope. Nope. Okay, so server event.connect. Where is this even happening? I can't seem to hold this in my head for whatever reason. Okay. It's just connect. Is it on connect? It might just be on connect. Because like there's this on connect here. Or it might be on connect established. Connection established, connection established, dispatch, add connection. Add connection. So draft state. Okay, then it does all this stuff, pushes it into there. And I think that we also need to, okay, I don't know what this is. I think we also need to change the server status to start it if it wasn't already. I think we can just do server status is started. And then remove connection. Is there like a stop? No. There's no existing connections? Oh, yeah. I don't think I think it once it started, it started. So we should be good. Yeah, all right. Thanks, Juan. I appreciate it. You were helpful. It's always nice to have people helping out in the audience. So thank you. So that might actually work. Yeah, come on back anytime, Juan. Appreciate it. Stopped. Oh, I see. It's waiting until there's a connection, so that's not going to work. I need something else. So there's a command receive, clear connection commands, change selected, add. So I probably need another action type, which is action like server started. And I actually need to do this under what is this? Stuff that Reactotron adds connected. Oh, that's a connection. Okay. Reactotron connection. The server status is the big one. So add connection, remove. So let's see here. Server started. Okay, let's do this. Server started. That's an event. Server started. Payload is undefined, I guess. Okay, server started. And then I can do case server started. Boom, got it. Then I need to emit server started. So this is connection established. Okay, so if I say it's called when the server successfully starts. So server started. Dispatch server started. What do I do? Oh. Server started. We have to pass this through. Server started. Okay. And then use standalone. Server started. So we're creating the server. If Reactotron server.current.started. Oh. Yeah, I think you're right. It needs to be Reactotron server on started. On start? Yeah, on start. Server started. Yeah, exactly. So probably need to after stopping Reactotron server.current.on stop. Server stopped, and then just need to go backwards through all this stuff. So it's really good at just picking up on Copilot's so good at like just picking up on these patterns. Server started, no. Stopped. Okay. Okay, dispatch there, action types. On ready or on open. This might work, but we'll see. I need this as well. Oh, wow. No, I don't need to do all that. Just call it, just do that. Okay. State. No, not state. Action. There we go. Is that everything? What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to here. And I'm going to go set timeout. And I'm going to go this.wss.stop. So I'm just going to stop the server. Or wait, what is it? Not stop. Close. And I'm going to go 10 seconds. Yeah, it does. It does. So this is just going to, like, after 10 seconds, just going to close the server and see if this switches. So let's see what happens. Really curious. I want to see it go from, like, started back to stopped. Oh, hey, I've been missing all of the like follows and stuff. Totally missing the follows. I'm going to go back and read them. I'm really sorry about that. So Lipton followed me a couple hours ago. DM Mulroy also followed me. Appreciate it. Barrett, thank you for following. Truly Tribal about an hour ago. Keep Forever, thank you for following as well. And then Rodri0315 followed 16 minutes ago. And Lormitz also followed. Thank you very much, all of you. I haven't been paying attention to follows for some reason. I don't know why they're not popping up. But I appreciate it nonetheless. Oh, Camel Man. Who's Camel Man? So it started. Is this going to change back to stopped? So does this still work? It doesn't work. Okay. Let me... So I think it did stop it. DM Mulroy? So it's up. Okay. But in a few seconds it should just Stop working. Yeah, it did stop working, but it still says started. So something didn't get... Maybe it's on like disconnect instead of on instead of on disconnect. Oh, disconnect. Connection disconnected. Oh, wait, here's on start. I think I forgot to do this, right? Hey, what's up? German ITOXYZ. No, you're not late. You are a little late. That's okay though. It will not go on your permanent record. Started. Is this going to stop? Doesn't look like it did. If I refresh though, it has already stopped. Okay, I've got something going on here. Oh, I already had this. It's down at the bottom. Just going to put that here just so I don't forget about it. Okay, so server stop. Okay, so the Reactotron server is maybe not emitting stop, potentially. Nope. Wish I wouldn't go to the DTS. Okay. Okay. Server event key, start and stop, good. So there's a stop. Maybe there's a, no, not disconnect. So where's that being emitted? So this is on start, stop, emit, stop right there. Oh, I know why. We're not doing it with the core server. Yes, we are. We are doing it with the core server. We are calling it. We close this. Ah, no, that's right. Should just be this dot stop. I think I found it. This should work. What was the WSS implementation, node or bun? It's node in Electron. Node in Electron. It's the background like node process in Electron. Germanito or Germano? Or is it Germano? Germano. Germanito. Hey, it says stopped. Let's try it again. I think it worked. Okay, hit allow. Started. Stopped. Okay, good. All right. Now it's broken because it's not doing what it should do, but that's okay. Okay. Now I want to run my fake web server or WebSocket server in the way and see if it shows up as port in use. It's already port in use. And then it'll just stop, I think. Yeah. Okay. The other thing we could do is like... Okay, yeah, I think we're good right now on that. I do need to turn off the... I need to turn this off. I don't want it to stop. Okay. A little more control over that would be kind of nice, like being able to turn it on, off, etc. Almost like a little slider. Like the server is on or off. By the way, this is a fairly rare situation where you're going to have a problem like that, but I like this process because I'm learning a lot about how this whole thing works. Okay, I want to, before I get too much further, commit this stuff. I don't want that right there. Do you want that? Want that? Want that? Don't want that. Okay, this is good. Yeah, pretty straightforward stuff. Port in use. There's already a start and stop, so I didn't need to worry about that. Port in use is there, although I think I'll probably move this down here. It's at the bottom, it's after disconnect. Just fix some stuff here. And do I still need the try? I don't need the try catch, do I? I don't think I need the try catch. It's already the on is already doing the work, right? So if I get rid of the try catch, I still have the port in use situation. This I'm a little worried about. Do I just ignore it? No, I'm going to leave it. Brazil mentioned. Need to find some time to contribute? Yeah. It's a lot of fun. I don't like how indirect it is. I wish this was using MobX State Tree, and in fact, I'll probably talk to my team about converting it to MobX State Tree because there's a lot of these things that are just kind of not necessary. And then what's really cool about that is we could debug Reactotron with Reactotron. Show an alert? That's not a bad idea. Okay. But now we need to be able to click this, and I do need a different icon. Where are we getting these icons anyway? So where was that? Sidebar. It's the icon here. So sidebar.tsx. But I'm going to commit this. Okay, we'll commit that. Okay. So Sidebar button, port in use. What is this? Where does this MD live help come from? React icons. Okay, let's go see what React icons are. Wait, what? Oh, it's material icons. Okay. It's React icons, not React MD. But it's probably these ones. Okay, so now I need like a connection. How do I... connect. Okay, let's see if there are any here. So this looks like Wi-Fi, so I probably can't use that. I don't want Wi-Fi. I guess I could just do a warning. Link icon and a link broken icon. But this is just the server. There's no link yet. Excited about the future of Reactotron I'm using at work. 20 million users? By the way, Mark, was that a Copilot AutoGen commit message? That's correct. And then, yeah, I changed it because it wasn't very good. 20 million users. Wow. And you're using Reactotron to work on your thing. That's... Dude, I hope you're okay. I'm going to screenshot that and send that to my team because that's sick. That is super cool. By the way, hi, Akil. Welcome back. It has been some time. I'm going to put this in a thread we have for praise of Reactotron. Okay. What about one of these guys? I'm kind of thinking something like this. We don't have to be like too... Maybe like this one? That's TI warning. We probably want the same sort of like MD warning, right? One of these guys. Just MD warning. Okay, sure. Let's try it. Let's try it. And let's go down. And then we need a connect. We need a stopped and a So this needs to change based on the state. This needs to change based on the state for sure. So, okay. So, server status is, let's go with stopped. Then we'll do something like this. Is started, and then we'll do one for port in use. Okay, so the warning is good there, and then we need stopped and started. This React icons is pretty cool. Server connected or listening. This like lightning bolt's kind of cool. Healthcare, sweet. Largest telemedicine company in Latin America. Wow, that is so cool. You know, we never hear from people who use Reactotron, and for some time there was some debate internally about whether we were the only ones using it. I knew that wasn't true. I knew that wasn't true. I wouldn't mind putting in a future version of Reactotron a like send us thank you, you know, button. Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah, that's no worries. Germanito. TB network and TB network off. Okay. What? It's not a thing. The globe for Windows? Okay, that's not a bad idea. Why is that not showing up? Oh. Okay, you're right. This is good. This is good. But that's internet. It's not really internet. But it kind of is internet. It kind of is. I think you're right. I think you're right. Server on, server off. Don't know if there's a server on, server off. Well, there is this one. And then we could have the server crash as... What do you all think? The server. I'm a little back and forth between that and the network one, because I do like the network one too. We'll try TB network on and off. We'll try that one. I mean, everything else is MD, so we... Okay. Wait, what? Oh, we're not pulling in from... We're only pulling in from MD. Let's see if there's anything MD. Let's see if there's anything MD first. So there's... I already have a... so let's see here. These ones... that's okay. I'm going to try server. And then we'll try MD as well. But server doesn't have... MD doesn't have any servers. Connection. Those are not. Connect. Okay, here's a few options for connect. That's not bad. There's this one and this. Ooh, that's actually... I kind of like these. There's a... Wi-Fi connected, no internet. Okay. Those aren't bad. I remember 2 years ago, Flipper would break the whole project. Nobody could use it. Reactotron worked like a charm. Do other people use it too? It's not just you? By the way, we will never charge for Reactotron. We're never going to charge for Reactotron. It's always going to be free. 100%. So don't worry about that. The entire team. Well, we just put out this version 3, and we are going to be working on a macOS version. So I'm using Flipper right now and having to use 1.20, so Android will feel. I feel for you. I should make a decision here. I'm just sitting here like not sure what to do. MD outline signal Wi-Fi connected, no internet 4. Flipper hurts my brain. Okay. Oh, we could just do like a smile face. We could just do like a smile and a frown, right? No MDs for that. Okay. Happy? There is an MD happy. I'm actually a little bit more on board with that. MD happy. Okay, now we're gonna drop this down. What? Oh, it's IOMD. Okay, let's just see what we have here. Connected. Connected TV. What's that look like? I don't mind it. It's not the worst thing. We could use this for now. There's warning and off. What is offline bolt? Oh, I see. That looks like it's online though. Online prediction. Okay. That's not bad. And then offline. These don't look like offline at all. They look like they're connected. Okay, we'll do these ones for now. I don't like them. I don't like them. Yeah, let's try it. What part of Flipper are you using the most that keeps you on it? Network and console and a Zustan plugin. Well, we can add a Zustan plugin. But we already have network and we already have console with Reactotron. Those two things are better in Reactotron than Flipper for sure. Flipper sucks at those. It says stopped. What does it say? Oh. Okay, I don't like that. That's not good. That's not a good icon. I'm spending more time on this. There's an eye off. Zustan plugin next string. I will just throw it on Jamon's calendar for you. I'm actually not opposed. I'm not opposed. Off. There's a lot of them here. It's like an explore button. Just a flash off. We're not doing flash. Okay, the link is not a bad idea, but again, we're not, it's like a server situation here. I guess I can just do like a big X. I do like the slash. I can't believe how much time I'm spending on this. Oh man, it's so bad. It's so bad. What's this one? Oh, mobile data. So this is off, but where's on? Like arrows. Yeah, this is good, but where's the other one? Mobile friendly? That doesn't look right. Port in use, good. Oh, interesting. Okay. You know, that's not what I expected, but it actually kind of works. Oh, it just stopped. Why did it stop? Probably because I haven't rebuilt. Okay, so now I actually just need to go look at mobile friendly. No. Okay, mobile friendly. Do I need outline? You know, it's not that I hate Zustan. There's just 40 better options. Yeah, we have. We could do X and O, call it a day. You're right. Redux Saga has been a pain. I'm telling you, MobX State Tree. I don't know why people don't. It is what it is. I'll just go back to my. I'll just go back to my pudding. All right. Let's refresh. Okay, quit. Sagas were a mistake, yeah. See, MobX State Tree comes with a thing called Flow, which replaces sagas, and it's way better. Way better. And most of the time you can get away with just like async. What? Okay, there we go. You can just get away with async actions. Like MobX State Tree, instead of like passing, like having action creators create actions that get sent to reducers, which then you have to immutably, because you got to bring in immer now and immutably change some data, and then goes to a selector, and then with a selector. So why is, oh yeah, port and loot use. That's good. Okay, that's good. That's good. So refresh. Port and use is good. Okay, good. So then kill that. Refresh. Started. It's good. And then I think there. This shouldn't go to stopped. I don't have that anymore. So now everybody, what should happen when you click on this? Nothing? So the flows are still generators. The API is actually quite good. Better than Saga's, for sure. And, but you can just use async functions too. Async actions. They're just functions. You just call a function. But so many people use Zustand that I think we need a Zustand Reactotron plugin. So, okay. Last thing I need to do here is actually show, like, I can't. I gotta kill that. Okay, with that there, run it, and don't have click do anything. Yeah, that makes sense. And then port in use should show up in yellow probably. And we should probably also say something in the timeline. So let's change. This is kind of annoying, actually, that I have text server status pass through in this icon. Let's go to this here. Do I need the icon? I do not need the icon. But it won't work without that. Oh, duh. Duh. Okay. So just up here, I just go const server icon equals, and then I go let's go porting this. So we just have this. And I can get rid of all of this stuff. Yeah, much better. Pass that through. What if I don't have a path? Is it gonna yell at me? Stateless sidebar. So maybe this is the time where I need to use that. What's the location? React router. Did not know we were using React router, to be honest. Problem with sagas is you're trying to abstract very specific control flow logic and pretend it's reusable. That makes a lot of sense. Too far from the problem. It's very wise. Who hacked Warren? So maybe I need a sidebar button that isn't like all this links and everything. Sidebar button container. And I wrap it in a link. No, I wrap it in just this, I guess. I have to make a whole different type of. So instead of a sidebar, I need a different type of sidebar button. So sidebar icon. It is still a sidebar button. I think if the path. Exact problem I'm having right now, and it involves login. Yeah, Yeah, right, exactly. Login is actually where so many things go to die because it's like one of the most of all these like stages of states. It's where X state works well. If you're gonna go into X state, it does shine in login paths. I just don't know if this makes sense. Sidebar button. I don't like this. Can I just can I import from React Native? Because I think I have. Does that work? I don't think I'm using this anywhere else though. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not using React Native at all, I guess. There is React Native, but styled components. And that's how we're building this. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna have to pick a lane here. So styled image. It does everything I need it to. The question is just this. I just need to kind of think through how I'm going to do this. Because I don't really want to do a link. Sidebar button container. Whoops. Okay. So